Hi everyone, welcome to Frugal Handcrafting. I'm looking for another frugal project to do. I have some yarn and I happen to have this red yarn, and I decided that the project I want to do is a ripple or chevron blanket. Goes by different names. They all seem to be a variation of the same thing. This is something that I've made number of years ago. I made two different ones, but there are so many patterns available now on the internet that I've been trying out different ones, and I wanted to let you know which one is the best one so you can just get started. I know a lot of people want to make something for around the 4th of July, so I thought I'd get on kind of quick so you guys can have a chance to see which pattern to go to, and then you won't have to worry. It's easy, it's going to be quick, and it's not hard to do. There's not a lot of fussy counting or anything like that. And she gives you some great ideas. I'll put the link below on the site I ended up with. Here is, her name is Jada and Stitches. This happens to be her written instructions that are free, and those are really well done. And it's just one page. It's not a long thing by any means. And then she has her video on YouTube that you can watch, and she does a great job of showing you how to do the different stitches and some little hints on which ones are which, so you don't get too confused. I found her suggestions really helpful. She calls, I mean, everybody has a different name, but you can think of the dips as a valley and the tops as a mountain, or I think she calls them peaks on hers. But that's really what you're looking to do. You're looking to do some mountains and some valleys. And in between there, it's always going to be 5 stitches, so that you don't have to worry about that. It's always going to be 5. And in the beginning, you're always going to be adding an extra 2 stitches. So in the beginning and the end, or when you flip your work around and start again, it's going to be 2 extra stitches on the ends. And what I'm going to do is her suggestion, what she did on hers, but you can really do any amount of stripes that you want. I'm going to do 5 of each color. And what I'm trying to make is a more of a throw blanket or a lap type blanket. So it's not a real big one to start out with, and it's really something that I need for a gift. So it's going to work out fine for me. And I used 126 stitches across, and then she has you add some to that for the edges, but that's about how many I started with, 126 to start out, and it just has to be a multiple of 14. So take the number 14 and multiply it by whatever number you want, and then it'll give you the amounts that you can actually use to make this pattern any size that you. So I just finished making the top of a mountain, and that's just 3 double crochet, and this pattern is all double crochet. So I did 3 double crochets right here, and then what you do next to get to your next valley is you're going to do 5. So I'm going to crochet 5, and I'll show you in a minute what kind of yarn I used. Okay, so we have 5 stitches that are always in between your peaks and your valleys. It's always 5. And then you're going to do the double crochet decrease. And I found that a little bit tricky to learn, but I just like the way she taught it. I think it really helps you remember what it is that you're doing. So you're doing double crochet, start out like you're doing a double crochet, and then you're going to go in, and she tells you to do half of a double crochet. So just the first part of your double crochet. And then you go into the next one, do half again. And then you're going to do a third, and you're going to do half again. So just like if you were making your double crochet stitch, but don't finish the stitch until you end up with 4 stitches on your hook. That's what you're looking for. And then you're just going to pull that through, and that's going to give you your decrease that you're looking for in those valleys. And then you're going to do your 5 again, your 3 stitches at the mountain, 5 again, and then your valley. So keep going on just like that. And I'm going to get to my 5 rows, and then I'm going to switch colors. And what I did was I ran to Walmart. I had the red. I wanted to start with this red, so I was lucky I had 2 skeins of that, so I didn't have to worry. But I have white, but I didn't have a lot of white, so I ended up buying some white. And it's a Red Heart Super Saver, and it was at Walmart, and it wasn't that expensive, maybe $3.76, and there's quite a bit here. Now, it could possibly be using more of this. I'm not quite sure. This has got 364 yards on 1 skein. So I have another white that I can use with this if I need more white. So I didn't really want to buy it, but if you're unsure, buy more than enough, and like 2 skeins, and then you can return it. Keep your receipt and you can return it. So I got the white, and I did notice that with the Red Heart Super Saver, they had 2 different kind of whites. Now, I'm not sure if it had the same name or if it was just different dye lots. So be mindful of that when you pick it up. Make sure you grab 2 that are the same. This one was pure white, and that's the color of my other yarn, so I knew that was going to be all right. I did buy 2 of these, and this is like a navy blue. I'm not sure if there's yeah, it's called Soft Navy, and that's got the same amount on it, and it's a number 4 super saver of Red Heart, so you can't go wrong with that. And I like the navy color. They had another blue, it was a little bit lighter, but the navy color is really nice. So I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to do 5 rows. I think I'll switch to the white next, and then I'll switch to the blue, and we can get our Patriotic gift all set and ready for the holiday, so I can mail it off and have it there. So I need to get going, but this is an easy project, and I'm sure it's going to move along really quickly. So I will put all the links down below. She's got the written one on her blog, and she's got the video that is excellent. I have all the information you need. Go through your stash. If you don't have any yarn, you can run to Michael's or Walmart and get it quick and get your project started, so you'll be done by the 4th of July.